What's up, guys? Fearmaky here, bringing you another video. So you want to make 20,000 rubies in 10 minutes,
Alright, let's hit it.
120,000 in an hour, or even a million all day grinding?
There
Well,
we
here
go.
it is. This is how you do it.
And the rat den is here too, so we're gonna just look at the map. We're gonna stay here.
So I'm going to give you some basics first about this. There are 6 dungeons in total. There's the rat den, the pumpkin patch, the black tower, the frozen cellar, the forgotten city, and the abandoned mine. To run these dungeons on Inferno, you need a key to enter it. These keys can come from any difficulty that you farm, either on Hell, Nightmare, or Inferno. And as you come across these keys, you use them on Inferno, because on Inferno, at the end of these dungeons, there is a red chest. And these chests give multiple items, a high chance to give satanics, runes, and most importantly, they give a lot of rubies, anywhere between, I wouldn't say 1,500 to 3,000 rubies, that you'll see from the video as well. And if you have a couple of friends running with you, or even if you're alone and you have a lot of keys, you know, if you do this, you're gonna make a lot of rubies. The one thing to note about these dungeons is when you run them in the group, make sure that all players, if you look at the left side of your party and the health bars if your friends are there, make sure that all players are in the same zone, so you get the chances of drops, the experience, and the currency that's dropping. But most importantly, on the second stage, you have to make sure that everybody is in there. If the last mob in the second stage dies and somebody is not in the room, like Omega is laid here, Shadow is not here yet, we're waiting for them. If every mob here dies and they're not in their room, they will not be eligible for the chest at the end. This is how it was in season 10. I'm pretty sure it's the same way in this season. It's not worth the risk, okay? So you definitely want to wait for all your friends to be there if that happens. In addition to that, the most valuable key while running these dungeons is the black tower key. The reason for that is the chest at the end of that dungeon gives you a lot of runes, an absolute insane amount of runes compared to the rest of the game and the other mobs. Okay, so you want to make sure that when you run a tower key, the way we do it is all 4 of us will have a key. So if I open it, then the next 3 opens will be my friends. If I'm doing it in public or on Twitch, you know, with the viewers as well, I'll ask them to come on. If I have a key or 2, they have to match my keys. You know, so if I open one, they open one, and so forth. That way you get the most benefit out of your key. Okay, you can also sell your key at the auction house for anywhere between 40 to 50,000 rubies is what it's going for now. Obviously these prices will change over the course of the season, you know, but that's what it is. The other keys can also sell, but they don't sell as much compared to the black tower, and they actually have a high drop chance. All of these keys drop within their respective acts, but Act 5 and Act 6 can drop all of the keys combined, especially the end bosses, okay? Also, Acts 1 through 4, excuse me, the end boss, so Gurag, Reaper, Anubis, and Damien, all of these have a high chance also to drop their dungeon keys for their maps, okay? But then King Carp and Satan can drop all of the keys, supposedly. I haven't been that lucky, but with Satan, I have gotten, you know, Black Tower keys, I have gotten Mystic keys, etc., all of that. So it's completely RNG. But if you want to farm a key for a certain dungeon, farm the act that the dungeon is in, and you will have better chances, including killing the end act boss of that act. Okay? In addition to that, all the other keys that you have do not share the same value as the black tower key, because their drop chances are really high, and chances are you have a lot of them. I recommend looking at the auction house and what the going price is going for, and you can sell it for that price, or you can run it with your friends, you know, to make rubies yourself. We did this last night, and the dungeon spawn ratio in season 11, I gotta say to the devs, amazing. A great job, you nailed it. Like this one run here, we were actually able to do a dungeon world tour where all of the dungeons spawned within 1 seed. That is amazing. So we went around, you know, doing dungeon back to back to back. And if you're in a group, you guys can spread out. You know, one friend can go to like on Act 1, you can have 3. One go to Outskirts of Venoya, another one go to Pumpkin Patch, another one go to Village, and then the 4th player can go to the Crystal Village on Act 2. And you search for those dungeons there. Once you find it, go to the other zones and search for the Forgotten City and the Abandoned Mine. Alright? That way you're not wasting time. And then drop a portal right in front of it and then go right back and start from Act 1, you know, with the Rat Den. And then keep moving your way up. Every time we do boss rush or dungeon rush, we always follow the numerical order of the act and the dungeon. You know, so if we're doing a boss rush and we all go to 4 different acts for the bosses, we all port back to town and we always go Gurag, Grim Reaper, Anubis, Damien. It does not matter. Okay, same thing with the dungeons. We always go Rat Den, Pumpkin Patch, Black Tower, Frozen Cellar. All right, that way there's no confusion about come here, go there, I'm over here, where are you at? You know, if you establish that rule, it's always easy and efficient for you guys to run that. Okay, so hopefully this helps you guys. I netted about 16,000 rubies. Omega netted 22,000, I believe. Shadow netted 23,000. Tig as well. So it's an average of about 20,000 rubies per 10 minutes. If you're able to do all 10 of them efficiently, keep in mind we're doing this on Inferno 3. If you do this on Inferno 1 and 2, it'll be even faster. Okay, you know, and we had Shadow die here, for example, you know, a couple of times, so that slowed the run down a little bit. But you guys can cut this time down even faster by doing it yourself or doing it in a group where everybody is doing as much DPS as each other. Okay, so I would say between 7 to 10 minutes, even less than that. But this is a reasonable amount of time here. So if you go faster, you make even more rubies. Okay, assuming you have keys. But yeah, 20,000 rubies per 10 minutes. If you do this for a straight hour, it's 120,000 rubies. If you're trying to buy a weapon or a rune, whatever you need, just do this. And if you're really grinding out all day and you got nothing else going on, you know, if you do all the dungeons all day, you're gonna net over 1 million rubies, okay, all day in 9 hours. And even more than that if you're playing even longer. All right, so hopefully this helps you guys. This map here has all of the dungeons in all the zones and what keys are needed to go into them. So hopefully this helps you guys. I know in the beginning when I started playing the game, I had no idea what the dungeons were, what key was needed to open them, and what is the chilled key. The chilled key right now is not used for anything in the game. Potentially in the future the devs will use it to open up another dungeon, but as of right now it has no value, has no use. Alrighty, so be careful also if people's trying to sell it on the auction house and you get confused with that. You know, make sure you guys don't spend rubies on it and buy it mistakenly. All right, and if for some reason it is used for something that I'm not aware of, please leave it in the comments below. Let us know. But as of right now, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so go out there and grind. I'll leave you guys with the rest of the video. In the end here, we have a little summary of what we netted, which I already explained to you guys. But hopefully this helps you. Take care. One last thing to note that was introduced in this season: the dungeons have a red cross icon on the minimap, as well as the Chaos Shrine has a like devil skull statue icon on the minimap, which is red. So as you're running the maps and you're speeding, keep an eye out on your minimap in the overlay, and if you see these red icons, the dungeon is there. Especially when it comes to Act 1 for the Rat Den with the tree, it's really difficult to find. The other ones are fairly easy, but you can always know where the dungeon is by the icon on the minimap. So if your friends tell you, hey, I found the tower, I found the dungeon here, you know, just look at your minimap and you'll see a red cross on the minimap, just like you see here with the Forgotten City. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys as well. Take care.
Somebody else die?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Straight south. I'll open it. I can't. Hello? Somebody open it?
I got it.
I can't go in though. Oh, there it is. Finally. It was like something, a bug with it. I couldn't interact with it. Make sure you go up and open the chest up top. That's all of them, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
that
let's see how
was
many
what
rubies
you
I
call-
made.
What
So
you call the Dungeon World Tour.
The World Tour.
that was the Dungeon World Tour, boys. I got all that in video. That took about 10 minutes to do all of them back to back. And we had a Chaos Shrine. So I'm at 153,000.
I was at 83. I'm at 106.
So I made 16,000 rubies in 10 minutes. Just doing that. Yeah. How much did you make, Shadow? You had 1,000. What are you at, Shadow?
22.
Yeah, so 16,000 to 22,000. How much you make, Omega, Mike? Roughly
I was
the
at
same?
83k and I made 106k.
I didn't pay attention to what I had.
You were at 83 and you're 106.
Yeah.
So that's 23k, right?
So roughly 22k.
Like on average 20k. Yeah.
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 20k.
An average of 20k in 10 minutes if you can knock them all out with the key on Inferno. And we did it on Inferno 3. I think it should be the same though. Okay. But there it is. Let me go back to the town actually and then
So
look
it's
at.
about 120k an hour.
Okay, so the first one is the outskirts of Inoya, right, which is a rat den. Second one is at the pumpkin patch.
So
Okay.
if we do this for 8 hours or all day, that's 1,000,000 rubies right there.
Third one's at the village. Fourth one's at the Crystal Village. Fifth one is at the Marsan Desert. Sixth one is at the mine inside A. And that's about what, 20,000 rubies in 10 minutes? And you're saying in 1 hour it's what?
1 hour is about 120,000, and in 8 hours it's 960. So almost 1,000,000 in a day.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So about 1,000,000 rubies in an 8-hour day all day, yeah. Or 120,000 in an hour. There you go. So go out there, get them keys. Oh, here are the keys that you need. You need the cellar key, a tower key, a frosted key, a chilled key, a mystic key, and a rusted key. The most important and the most valuable key is the tower key. I only recommend running this key in a full party of 4 and making sure the other 3 players in your group also has a tower key to open it with you. That way you get your value back for it. This key is worth between 40,000 to 50,000 rubies on the auction house. The other keys are irrelevant. Oh, and you also have the smelly cheese. The other keys are irrelevant. You can run it with friends, solo. I recommend that, running with at least 2 players up. Not really a big deal though. But this key here, never run it solo if you want to get the best
Do we want to do a
benefit.
city rotation, or we can do the world tour again? Doesn't matter.
Let's do the world tour again. Let me end the video here and we'll do the world tour again. But that's it, guys. Peace. Thank you, guys. If you like the content, please comment, like, smash that subscribe button. Keep your comments coming. I appreciate it. And I'm so happy and fortunate and blessed to be able to help you guys and provide you feedback on this hidden gem of a game, herosiege. Until the next video, stay grinding and roll deep.